Today we're going to learn how to use adjectives with ed and adjectives with ing ending. I know most of English learners get confused when they are using these two kinds of adjectives. We're going to learn their differences and how to use them in sentences, okay? But not in a boring way. To fix your understanding, I have provided 8 tests. Therefore, we're going to learn through doing or through taking some tests. After today's lesson, I am sure you will master using these two kinds of adjectives. Let's get started with their differences. Adjectives with ed describe our feeling. They can be useful for describing our emotion. For example, I got bored. The movie was boring, so I got bored. And what about adjectives with ing ending? Adjectives with ing ending, they describe the cause of that emotion. They describe the cause of that feeling. For example, the movie was boring, okay? And I got bored. When we are talking about our emotion, our feeling, we use ed. When we are talking about the cause of that emotion, the cause of that feeling, we use ing. Something causes this emotion. Okay? I hope you got it. Let's continue with tests to fix your understanding. Okay? Number 1, I can't sleep because that noise is really annoying, or it is really annoyed. Which one is correct? Yes, you're right. That noise is really annoying, and that noise caused me or has caused me to become annoyed. The second test. The amazing view of garden made me feel amazed, or the amazing view of garden made me feel amazed. Which one? The amazing view or the amazed view? Yes, you're right. The amazing view of garden made me feel amazed. Yes, here I'm talking about my feeling, feel amazed, and the garden caused that feeling, so the amazing view of garden. Let's move on to the third test. I am interested in learning this topic, or I am interested in learning this topic. Which one is correct? Yes, you're right. I am interested in learning this topic. I told you, when we are talking about people's emotion, people's feeling, we use adjectives with ed ending. Let's move on to the fourth test. Look at here. The math problem was confusing or confused. I was not able to figure it out. Which one is correct? Confusing or confused? Yes, you're right. As I told you before, something is confusing, something is boring, and we feel bored, we feel confused. So here we are talking about math problem causing me to get confused, causing me not to be able to figure it out. So here confusing is the right answer. Let's continue with the fifth test. Look at here. After completing the marathon, I got so exhausted or exhausting. Well, you're right, because here I'm talking about my feeling. I'm talking about my emotion. So, exhausted is the right answer. After completing the marathon, I got so exhausted. I got so tired because it was tiring. It was exhausting. Before moving on to the next part, I want to ask you something. Did you enjoy today's lesson? Did you find it beneficial? And Do you have a problem with adjectives with ed or ing ending anymore? If you found this lesson beneficial, I want you to like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. That way you will have access to my future lessons and you will not miss any of my lessons. Let's move on to the next one. I was amazing by the magician's performance, or I was amazed by the magician's performance. Yes, you're right. I was amazed by the magician's performance. We are talking about our feeling. So, adjectives with ed ending is accurate here. Let's continue with the next one. Skiing was a thrill experience, or skiing was a thrilling experience. Which one? Yes, you're right. It was a thrilling experience and I got thrilled. Nice. Let's continue with the next one, and it is the last one. I am fascinating to see what happens next in the story, or I am fascinated to see what happens next in the story. Again, you're right. I am fascinated to see what happens next in the story because I am talking about my feeling. Well, that's a wrap, my English learners. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. We covered a lot. If you enjoyed today's lesson, I want you to share and like this video and subscribe to this channel. That way you can have an access to my future lessons and you will not miss any of my future lessons. Thank you for your supporting. Thank you for your watching and see you later.